I had an experience in 2017 that was very I think incredibly impactful for me, and it really kind of changed the way that I looked at the world, and the way that I look at myself. And there's been this urge to find a way to translate that into paintings. And I think a lot of my sort of outlandish or fantasy works, at least part of me is sort of tapping into that. Um, you know, I a lot of that strange work that I do is tied to this sort of like cycle of life and death, and so how everything is interconnected. Plants and animals and people are all made of the same stuff, and coming from the same things. And so I like to sort of play with those ideas and mesh those things together. Um so a lot of that is coming from you know in my head, I guess. I do use reference for sure for pretty much everything I do. I just find that uh most images, if you want them to like feel grounded and real, that working from some form of reference is a really helpful way to do that. So if it's not something that I set up in my studio specifically to refer to, then recently I've actually been using AI generative tools,
Oh wow.
um, which I know a lot of artists who are very scared of of that, and I am too. But it's interesting, the sort of outlandish things that you can get those tools to generate in a really convincing way, especially when it comes to like light and shadow.
Mm.
It seems like those tools just understand that so perfectly. Um, so, if there's something that I absolutely cannot set up in my studio to use as a reference, I do sometimes use those tools to kind of give me a launching point. Never a one-to-one translation. I think that kind of takes something away from the art to do it that way, but at least something to refer to. Yeah.